How you guys doing today? I have a little bit of deeper subject to talk about today. Oh, hey puppy. We're going to be talking about domestic violence. And some of these you might be familiar with. Some of these things you might not be. Domestic violence happens a lot. I don't know what the stats are here. Let's ask Google. 1 in 4 women will suffer from domestic violence, and 1 in 9 men. And I'm willing to bet that number's a little bit higher than what's going on there. So domestic violence happens all the time, and it can be stem from anything from name calling and screaming at people, disturbing sleep, and literally it has to do with control. And that's you can't control someone. You're not allowed to hold them captive. You're not allowed to stop their freedom of movement, freedom of expressing themselves, you know? And if these things are going on in your life, there is a number down below. And if you don't feel right talking to them, reach out to me. I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can. I don't always respond right away, but I try to respond to every single message. And if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me, reach out to someone else, someone else close to you. So call one of the numbers. Anybody, talk to people, talk to safe places. And I understand there's always a fear that it's going to lash back at you, that you're in the wrong. Understand that you got to have control. And that's not control over other people. And I went through a long period of domestic violence. Some more recent, some way far in the past. And it still affects me to this day. I'm still trying to let go of some of the stuff that's in the back of my head. But that is not all of who I am. It's maybe a small facet of who I am, but it's not the full gem. And it's just one cutting. And domestic violence can not always be physical. Everybody hears about the punching, scraping, grabbing, pulling hair, spitting, but also it can be financial. People trying to control your funds. You can't spend that properly. Let me control that for you. It can be manipulative. Yeah, I can't trust you to go out because you're a cheater. Every time you go out, you're cheating, And it can be any number of things. So if these things are happening, talk to someone. And you might not be able to get out of your particular circumstance right now. But you can start being aware of what's going on. You can start understanding what bits of power you do have. There's always something you can do. And there's people out there that are willing to help you. A ton of people have been through this similar experiences. I'm not saying, here's the other thing. A lot of people that've been through abuse or domestic violence, we start looking at, well, mine was this bad and theirs isn't that bad. They're all different flavors of different amounts of different flavors of different horrible situations that we didn't have control over, especially when we were under 18. Or maybe we really do care about that person, but they're not healthy for us. And you gotta care about yourself. And domestic violence can go in all different directions. Like you feel owed to them. Don't give up your power so willingly. Understand that you are the only one in control of your own thoughts and actions. You're the only one that has control over those. And yeah, you can give them up for this or that, and there's always sacrifices for school and stuff that works here and there. But nobody else should be putting those on you. Nobody should be like, well, you're not meeting my expectations, so I should punish you. Especially as an adult. And if someone is doing that to you, you need to find that safety group. Talk to someone. I've mentioned this over and over. Talk to anyone that's just willing to listen. Hopefully someone that is a professional, because they can get you the best help. And it may be just advice on, and it's not going to be easy, because you have to confront it. You have to know what's going on and be aware of it. Some of the things that are on here, I'm going to link this down below. This is Center for Family and Justice.org. So it says right here on the top, it can be anything from scratching, biting, grabbing, spitting, shoving or pushing, slapping or punching, throwing objects to hurt or intimidate you, destroying your treasures or possessions that are valuable to you. It can be threatening to hurt children or pets. It can be disturbing your sleeping patterns and just trying to make you crazy, and just pushing you and constantly pushing. And you'll see a pattern in a lot of these. Attacking or threatening someone with a weapon. Any threats of or actual attempts to actually kill you. Those are like the most extreme too. If those are happening, I hope, like, just talk to someone. I don't want you to confront the person that is causing you this grief, because you're not going to get through to them. It might be hardwired for some from their past. Most of that stuff has nothing to do with you. It has to do with what they're going through. So just try to do what betters yourself. So emotional and psychological abuse is normally like name calling, mocking, intimidation, making humiliating or remarks or gestures, putting you down. All those things are abuse. Yelling at someone's face or standing in a menacing way. Manipulating your children for a number of different things. Telling someone you can go somewhere or you can't go. All those have to do with power. Placing little value on what you say. That's a big one. It's, you putting you down. You don't know what you're talking about. You shouldn't feel like that. And I've been there. One of my first stepfathers, he was, his big thing is like, I'm going to make you into a man. What was wrong with being me? I think I'm pretty awesome. At least I try. I try every day. But yeah, preventing you and making it difficult for you to see family or friends or relatives. Cheating or being overly jealous. Shifting responsibility of abuse or behavior. Blaming others or saying that you caused it. It's your fault this happened. That's shifting blame. They can't, like, putting your own problems on someone else. It's saying you're not somewhere because of them or her or him. That's a cheap answer. Monitoring phone calls, either text, car, or computer use. Especially, I hope all my content's for 18 plus. But if that's something's going on, it is no bueno. Doing things against someone's work, making it hard for them to make a living. Jeopardizing employment, just by stalking or harassing the victims at their workplace. Denying access to a vehicle or damaging the vehicle so the victim cannot go to work. Sabotaging educational opportunities by destroying class assignments. Withholding money or giving an allowance. That's a big one. Because we feel like we're getting, they're helping us. But all those allowances, they have stipulations to them. That's not a gift. That's a business transaction. There's a big difference there. And love has nothing to do with business. And those two are completely two separate things. And if your relationship is dependent on what you can do for them, maybe you need to reevaluate it. But you're the one that needs to decide that. It's the only person that can change anything. You're the one that has to decide that abuse is going on. Making unwanted visits or sending you unwanted messages, either voicemail, texts, emails, etc. Following you, including GPS tracking software on your cell phone. Checking up with you consistently. If any of these are ringing a bell, I used to be like, hey, I can't go anywhere because I feel like I need to document my bowel movements because it's gotten to a point. It wasn't sharing how my day went. It was checking in. I'm a grown adult. If I'm sharing some of my experiences with you, it's because I choose to do that. I feel like it would brighten your day. And that's why I do these videos. Because I hope to make a difference. I want to make you brighten your guys' day. I want to put out stuff that you guys can relate to. And this has been a very difficult video for me to come out with. Because to say people look at me, they wouldn't think I've been through abuse. But I have. Multiple times in my life. But especially as the choices, as I got over 18, I chose to have those people in my life. So now I say, I'm your friend, either one of two things. Fuck friends. I'm your family until one of two things happens. You straight up and come and tell me, we're not friends. Leave me alone. I'll walk the other way. I'll stay on the other side of the street. That's fine. Fine with me. Thank you for letting me know. Or you show me. And a lot of these things I've been talking about, that's how people show me what they do with my time. Because that's a gift, right? And your guys' time is a gift. And I appreciate you all being here today. I hope I haven't brought you down too much. Yeah. Thank you for being here, guys. I hope the road comes up and meets your feet. May all your endeavors be fruitful and all your journeys blessed. Take care, guys. Bye. I'm getting all emotional.